somebody said, listen, here are all these people, and they pulled me this way, and they said, say hello, and I started to pull up my hand like that, and somebody else grabbed me this way, and I said, hey, wait a minute, would you leave? I came at a funny time. In films, it was a nebulous period, and I don't think they knew what to call me, so they put, a sex symbol. They said, gee, you're a nice-sized lady and all that, but you're not exactly what I expected. And I said, I know, I always seem to disappoint people if I walk in the door, and the door hinges don't splinter off, that type of thing.
In an iconic film that made her a global phenomenon, Raquel Welch had only 3 lines of dialogue. We're not just looking at the life of a Hollywood star. We're deconstructing the masterclass of a woman who was handed a stereotype and forged an empire by systematically breaking every rule designed to contain her. We'll uncover the lawsuit that changed Hollywood and the business move that made her millions when the studios blacklisted her.
How can you do the glamorous things I do?
Oh, please help me.
Before we start, about this. What's one conventional rule in your own life or career that you feel is holding you back? Drop your answer in the comments below. It'll be fascinating to see the responses. What if your most famous achievement became your biggest prison? For Welch, the fur bikini in 1 million years BC was exactly that, instantly branding her as a silent, primitive sex symbol. This image was a double-edged sword, granting fame while erasing her intelligence and ambition in the public eye. She spent her career fighting that box. The lesson is clear. Control your narrative from the very beginning, before it controls you. Did you know Hollywood tried to rename her Debbie Welch? Executives at 20th Century Fox feared her Latin name, Raquel, was too ethnic and hard to pronounce for American audiences. She flatly refused, holding firm to the name inherited from her Bolivian father. This was her first major battle. Your identity is your power. Never let anyone try to repackage it for their own comfort. Imagine being told your career depends on taking your clothes off. Welch faced this pressure constantly, but built her entire brand on a strict no nudity clause, proving that suggestion could be far more powerful than revelation. It cost her roles, but it earned her respect and control. She defined her own boundaries. This shows that your principles aren't obstacles. They are the very foundation of a lasting brand. Why was Raquel Welch often labeled difficult by the media and studio heads? It was because she asked. It was because she asked questions, demanded contract rights be respected, and had a brilliant mind for business in an era when actresses were expected to be compliant. The label was a weapon to sideline assertive women. She wore it like armor. So the next time someone calls you difficult, consider it confirmation that you're doing something right. What happens when a studio breaks a contract? In 1982, MGM fired Welch from the film Cannery Row, claiming she was difficult, but she knew her rights, sued them for breach of contract, and won a landmark $24 million verdict. The industry was stunned. This case sent a shockwave through Hollywood. Know your worth. Know your contracts, and never be afraid to fight for what you are owed. After her lawsuit against MGM, Hollywood essentially blacklisted her. So what did she do? She pivoted, creating her own production company, Raquel Welch Productions. She developed and starred in projects that showcased her talent in ways traditional studios never would, producing films and successful television specials. The takeaway is powerful. If the system shuts you out, build your own system. Think about the fitness craze of the 1980s. While Jane Fonda dominated, Raquel Welch, then in her mid-40s, launched the Raquel Welch Total Beauty and Fitness program. It became a multi-platinum success,
not by promising weight loss, but by teaching a form of yoga that promoted holistic wellness and strength. It proved age was irrelevant to vitality. You can always reinvent yourself by monetizing your lifestyle. Have you ever considered how a personal inconvenience could become a business empire? Welch, frustrated with the time it took to style her hair for appearances, saw a market gap for high-quality wigs. She launched a wig collection that became a massive, multi-million-dollar success. It was a genius move born from a practical need. The lesson? Solve your own problems first. The business plan will follow.
If you're finding value in how Raquel Welch strategically built her career, take a moment to subscribe. We release deep dives like this every week, helping you understand the strategies behind success. How do you shatter a stereotype for good? You do the one thing no one expects. Welch replaced Lauren Bacall in the demanding lead role of the Broadway musical Woman of the Year and earned rave reviews. Critics who had dismissed her for decades were forced to acknowledge her immense talent and stage presence. It was a brilliant checkmate move. Actively seek out challenges that force the world to reevaluate you. In an industry obsessed with youth, what does it mean to age defiantly? Raquel Welch never retired or faded away. She continued to work, model, and be a style icon well into her 70s, refusing to become invisible. She showed that a woman's power and allure don't have a deadline. Her career was a masterclass in longevity. Remember that your relevance is defined by you, not by the calendar. That iconic fur bikini poster looks glamorous. But what was the reality? The filming of 1 million years BC took place in the brutal winter of the Canary Islands. Welch endured harsh weather and dangerous conditions, all for a role with almost no lines. It was a testament to her grit. That single, perfect image was built on incredible hardship. The greatest successes often hide the toughest battles. Did you know that before she was a star, she was a single mother of 2? She had her children, Damon and Latan, before her career took off, often struggling to make ends meet as a weather forecaster and cocktail waitress. Her role as a mother was central to her life, yet it was almost completely erased by her public bombshell image. It's a reminder a Pavinced persona is just one chapter, never the whole story. What was Welch's relationship with feminism? Intriplicated. While she championed female strength and independence, she didn't always align with the mainstream feminist movement of the 70s, believing it was sometimes too rigid. This showcased her fiercely independent mind. She refused to be a poster child for any ideology. True empowerment comes from forging your own philosophy, not just adopting one. When Welch released her book, it wasn't just another celebrity workout guide. It was a detailed manual on everything from posture and skincare to makeup application and finding your personal style. She wasn't selling an image. She was transferring her knowledge directly to other women. This act of sharing built a deep, lasting connection with her audience. The most powerful way to build a legacy is to generously share what you know. Ultimately, what is Raquel Welch's true legacy? It's not the bikini. It's the story of a shrewd businesswoman who built a diverse portfolio, production company, fitness empire, wig brand, while navigating a predatory system. She trademarked her own name and became a corporation. The bombshell was the marketing. The mogul was the reality. Build a brand so powerful, it completely eclipses the box people try to put you in. Raquel Welch's story isn't about being difficult. It's about demanding your worth. She proved that a woman could be a sex symbol, a mother, an artist, and a CEO all at once. She didn't just break the rules.
she rewrote the entire game, leaving a blueprint for anyone with the courage to build a life on their own terms.